$10 million. That's all that matters.
Bingo.
And he won all that respect too. And the whole boxing, and the whole boxing world has got to be looking at themselves like, ugh, that's an embarrassing one. That is not what. That's a bad look for us. And that, what happens next? Either Fury goes and fights this Usyk guy, or he rematches Ngannou, and that's what everybody's got to want. I want the Ngannou rematch. Like, fucking run it back, dude. Well, you need to get in shape. Like, no, you're in shape. Pair. Let's go.
Okay,
that's why, like, Fury is he's going right into this next fight, I thought, right?
He was contractually obligated to do it in December, but I'm almost sure they're going to push it to like February or March or something like that. I think Francis, I said it wrong the other day. I said that Francis's PFL opponents get a guaranteed $2 million. It's a guaranteed $1 million. I had heard 2. I think he asked for 2 and got 1. I mean, maybe.
So you're going from your $300,000 with Dana to 10
600 was his best ever, but yeah. Oh, 300 probably though, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he got 300.
I wonder if he really got... So in boxing, as you guys know, a lot of times they lie about the purses. It's part of their like promotion. They're like rappers almost. You know, I made $30 million last fight. I wonder what he really made. I heard the pay-per-view buys were awful.
I heard the pay-per-view buys were under 10,000, and
that's really bad, right?
Like, it is atrocious. It's lower than like an average boxing night, like a regular WEB or whatever. It's lower than that.
I think Wings and Boogie beat them.
You could probably put on a big jiu-jitsu tournament and get more than if Gordon Ryan could do jits against GSP, way more than 10,000 buys. Just fucking jiu-jitsu tournament alone. So that's a stinker. But the thing is, you can't look at this. You have to look at this fight in a vacuum. The Saudis funded this shit. They poured liquid money into this from every orifice. So the numbers I saw was 55 to 65 million.
It's quite the visual.
Yeah.
Suddenly my anus is being burned by molten gold.
Even then, even just the people that the Saudis were paying to show up.
How much you had to pay Eminem to fly to fucking Saudi Arabia? You know how much money Eminem has?
I know one other, I can't say who it is, but it was another big YouTuber. And
Ronaldo was there.
Big boy. They offered him like $2 million to show up.
Ronaldo was there. Kanye was there. What do you pay Kanye to fly to Saudi Arabia? I don't know. It's got to be something absurd. And then the fight was a ridiculous performance. I hated all that horse shit that got put on. There was some sort of light show that everybody pretended like was cool. I don't know. They had some big glowy box thing that did some special effects.
But it wasn't cool?
I thought... come on, let's go. I've seen a light show before.
You don't like a little pomp and circumstance?
No. I really hated they had like some British rappers or something like that come out, and that shit's always lame as fuck. Like rap with a British accent doesn't work. Like, you aren't hard. I know you're not. Like, what do you do? Like kitchen knives? Like
butter knives.
I'm from America. We have real gangsters here. Okay, like you're not a real. You can't gangster rap me with that English accent. And
it's true. I didn't think about that.
You got 50 Quid who was stabbed 7 times.
Yeah, 50 quid. 50 pence. Yeah.
Gonna pull out a Bren gun like it's lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. But the numbers that I read was Ngannou got 10 mil, Fury got like 65 million, and the event, as far as pay-per-views, would have lost, like 180, 250 million or something like that. I bet they poured $250 million into this event. But by the time they flew everyone in, did all that media, Mike Tyson, I heard Mike Tyson was paid handsomely. And every time you see Mike Tyson, he's just like, I'm so happy to be here. Like, he's so happy to be there. He's got a nice new suit on. Everybody's kissing his ass. They made him Ngannou's trainer. Come on. All right, Mike Tyson's never trained anybody his whole life. He's never done that.
I'm so stupid. I believed it for a bit, like for a couple of days.
I like Mike, so I will believe it. I'll believe that. Like, maybe he told him like, don't get hit in the head out there.
Yeah, he might actually
great advice.
Does anyone write this down?
Gus told me this right before he died. Don't bite them in the ear.
What you have to do is knock your enormous amount of natural talent.
Yes.
Like that. That's probably the same reason that like Gretzky sucked at coaching, is because he was like, just see the game perfectly. Guys.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Mike Tyson, dude, even when he was like 15, 16, was a fucking animal. Like
Yeah.
his 15-year-old fighting Mike Tyson looks like a grown ass man. It's,
Yeah.
I
it's
think it was
terrible.
Freakonomics who talked about the birthdays in hockey. I'm Taylor, you've probably heard this before, right?
The birthdays.
Okay, this is how it started. This dude went to minor league hockey game. Right? So this is like right below the NHL. And they had a flyer, pamphlet or something that showed all the players. And something like 90% of the players were born in January and February.
Oh, yeah.
So they looked into this, and it turns out that these people were the oldest people in their grade, which meant they were kind of the biggest and strongest people in their grade. And growing up, they were always the best players. They were always getting the lion's share of the coach's attention. They were always the ones that carried their team. And we were just talking about Mike Tyson, where he was a beast at 15 years old. I wonder if he didn't become a beast until he was like 21, like most people get their adult bodies somewhere around there, if he wouldn't have gotten the same kind of shine, rise, coach's attention, etc., to turn him into Mike Tyson because he wasn't an early bloomer.
You know,
Yeah,
Dennis
that could be.
Rodman
I
didn't
feel
pick
like
up
some people
basketball.
are just so far beyond everyone else, like they'll do it regardless. And like, I'm not a boxing expert or even a casual viewer. I'd go so far as to say I know nothing about boxing, but like my understanding of him is like he's like the great.
He was the youngest heavyweight champ ever, but he didn't have a super long career.
Well,
You know,
prison
it
didn't
got
help.
Was that because
interrupted
of
by
legal
prison.
stuff? Or
It was because his head wasn't on straight. Yeah, legal stuff is just one part of it. Is he the guy who said it's hard to win fights when you go to sleep in silk sheets? It's hard to get up at 4 a.m. and run when you go into bed in silk sheets. Was
Yeah,
that Tyson?
Tyson.
I like that.
Mental. It's not like Tyson's body ever failed him, and his fighting style didn't diminish or anything. It really seemed like it was the mental part of things, his mental health. And I don't know when his daughter died, but that was a real problem for him. I think that was later in life. When I think he may have drowned in a pool or something, like something bad happened to his daughter, and it was a real. And then the rape conviction, however you want to look at that, I've always thought, nah, I don't think so. I've always thought he was innocent of that charge for whatever reason. And
he was convicted. I think
he
you guys
went
have told me this
prison.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Convicted
spent
did
time
prison
in
time for
prison.
rape.
that
Yeah,
poor
yeah.
rape. Jesus.
Yeah. So, but like what he said, the youngest ever, and I don't know anything about boxing either. Dennis Rodman though is an example of somebody who didn't pick up a basketball till he was like 20, 21. Like, he didn't play
yeah.
fucking high
That's
school
insane.
ball.
What?
He didn't play high school basketball. He didn't play college basketball. I don't think, right?
He
I don't know
started
how
in the
he had to play
NBA?
college.